Hello, welcome to my channel. The name is Susan Tilly. If it is your first time you are ever watching me, a very warm welcome to you. I know I have been away for a while, but that's just because I have been a bit engaged with other activities and other things. But I am back, and hopefully I will be bringing you more living, working and schooling abroad. So if you are passing by, or if today is your first time of seeing me, then a warm welcome to you. Kindly remember to subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bell so that you can be updated anytime I post a video. But well, as you can see, I am wearing red right now, and back home where I come from, if you see anybody wearing color red, it should tell you a lot. Yes, so that should tell you that I am not in the best of mood. I am not in the best of situation, because we have lost a precious, vibrant, intelligent Elianne Andam at the prime age of 15 years. I know you might have heard of the story because it's been published in the media over the week, few days ago, when this incident happened. But I felt the need to come and make this video because my heart has been burdened. I've not been able to rest since I heard this incident, especially as she is also of a Ghanaian origin, just like me. I felt the need to come and make this video, and I'm going to tell you why I have decided to come and talk about this. But before then, if you have not heard about the story, I'll play some few videos for you to see. So watch this before we continue.
Now, a top story today. A 15-year-old girl has been stabbed to death in the rush hour in South London. Another teenager has been arrested. Emergency services were called to Wellesley Road at around 8:30 this morning. The girl was treated by air ambulance medics but died a short time later. Well, the area on Wellesley Road has been cordoned off and police remain on the scene. Live to Croydon, Rachel Venables is there for us. Rachel, what's the latest?
Well, this is very much still a live crime scene with police, as you can see behind me, working away to try and gather as much evidence as possible to try and work out what happened here at 8:30 this morning when a 15-year-old girl was stabbed to death. In the past few minutes, we've all been made to move further away across the road. You'll be able to see possibly in the background police with sniffer dogs coming in and out. They've been searching the undergrowth. And we've also just seen the arrival of forensic teams as well, fully in their protective gear as they approach the scene where this 15-year-old girl died. We know she died of her injuries some 50 minutes after she was stabbed at around 8:30, so in the middle of rush hour on what is a very busy road running through the heart of Croydon. We understand she was on her way to school. I've just been speaking to people who arrived at the scene soon afterwards. They talk about her friends having been in utter horror and distress, having to be almost held back as paramedics tried to save this young girl's life, but they were unsuccessful.
Someone said that the girl had just been stabbed, and turned around, I could see that someone was trying to resuscitate her over there. There were loads of people that had just come off of the bus, and then I think two of the girl's friends came out and they were trying to rush over towards the body. So myself and a few of the other people tried to hold her back and just say, look, let them try and help your friend. And she was just screaming, is my friend dead? And saying, this is my best friend. I've got children, I've got 13-year-old twins. So the first thing I thought was it could have been my daughter on the floor with myself. So it was a very emotional time. Everyone out here, there was a lot of people crying as well. So it was very traumatic.
So the 15-year-old stabbed to death by a 17-year-old boy who is said to have been the boyfriend of her friend who wanted to break up with the boy. So according to stories, this guy went with flowers to beg the girlfriend to try and get back to her, but the girl refused. And Elianne, trying to intervene in the whole scenario, led to her unfortunate death when the young guy stabbed her and ran away. But I'll come back to why I have story because, as you can see, she was full of life. She was a vibrant lady full of dreams, but unfortunately the dream has been cut short. But as they say, God knows best. Fortunately, the good news is that exactly after 75 minutes of the incident, he was arrested and is currently in custody.
Now, we also know that a teenage boy has been arrested as well by police in connection with this. We've had a statement through from the Metropolitan Police saying that acting on information provided to them, officers worked closely with colleagues from across the Met and the British Transport Police to track a teenager in connection with the stabbing. They confirmed that an arrest was made at around 9:45 this morning in the Croydon area.
So now let's go back to why I have decided to talk about the death of Elianne. First of all, Elianne is of a Ghanaian origin and I'm also a Ghanaian. And so her death has really gotten to me because I felt that it calls for responsibility on all parents. This could have happened to anybody, irrespective of the fact that she was a friend to the girlfriend of the corporate. I felt that it could have happened to anybody because she tried to play the role of a good Samaritan. And so I cannot keep quiet over this. If you should ask me the way forward to the stabbings that is going on in the United Kingdom, I may not have a solution for you. But all that I want to say with regards to this situation is that I'm not in the position to advise the government on what to do, but I am in the position to advocate for people to lay down their weapons. I'm in the position to advocate for people who are hurt in relationships to lay down their weapons without causing harm to anybody. I am in the position to advocate for parents to start educating their young ones, to start educating their children about the effect of breakups. We need to educate them that relationships are not meant to be permanent. People come and go. If somebody comes into your life, it doesn't mean that the person is meant to stay. So if somebody comes into your life and the person decides to go, let it go. A friend of mine, when we were talking about this incident, told me of how a young boy of about 14-year-old in Scotland pulled out a knife in a bus on her. Yes, she said she just turned back and the guy just pulled out the knife and showed it to her. So I asked her, so what did you do? She was like, I just quickly got up and I went to sit in another chair. And I'm like, ooh, you are really brave. Because I don't know what I would have done if I was in her situation. Probably I would have screamed in the bus and shout at the driver to, stop the bus. And I don't know, maybe I would have gone crazy right there. But, I believe that it's all start with education. One thing that I have come to realize and I've come to learn is that, it is not worth to force any form of relationship, being it friendship, being it conversation, being it love, whatever kind of relationship it is. That any relationship that you need to force it's not meant to be. Let it go. And this is what I want us to start educating our youngsters, because I know that over here, the children or our young ones, they enter into relationships very early as 12 years, as early as 13 years, as early as 14 years, they are already in a relationship.
Why would a 17-year-old boy in his mind, first of all, has no business being in a relationship with a 15-year-old girl? That is a problem that we need to address. There is a lot of underage illegal relationships going on.
There's a much we can do about it, but I believe that we need to let them understand the effect of breakup. We need to let them understand that breakup is inevitable. So by all means in life, you will lose some, you will gain some. Those who are meant to stay, they will stay. This is what I have come to advocate for, that we need to let our young ones know that any form of relationship that they enter into, if they have to force it, it is not meant to be. They need to let go without pulling out knives. They need to let go without pulling out guns. They need to let go without hurting each other. And then also, I also want to say that if you are a friend, or if you ever find yourself in a situation where your life is threatened, I think the best thing is to call 999. Or if you ever find a friend in a situation where her life is in danger, I don't think you need to intervene. As much as possible, let us stay away from anything that puts our lives in danger. I believe that if Elianne had not attempted to intervene in the situation, she would have been living by now. So let us not always try to play the role of Good Samaritan, especially when we have 999 and the police there to protect us. Let us not take the law into our hands in any situation. And before I leave, I also want to say that pray for yourselves, pray for your children. Because I remember I was in East Croydon that week. That was about 3 days before the incident happened. I don't stay there, but I went there. And I said to myself that this could have happened to anybody. So before you step out to go and do anything, just pray for deliverance from these kind of things. Because you might never know. Maybe it could have been you trying to save somebody out of danger, and it could have happened to you. Anybody in the bus, it could have been that person. If anybody had attempted to save the situation, I'm sure the guy would have done the same thing. And so this is just what I just want to say. Let's educate our young ones that relationships and breakups are inevitable. So they need to know and learn how to handle it without hurting each other when it happens. Because I believe that if this young boy knew or has been educated by his parents, that, I mean, what I'm talking about, probably he wouldn't think of, doing such atrocity. So I believe it all starts with the mindset. Please, if somebody doesn't love you, it doesn't call for killing, it doesn't call for stabbing, it doesn't call for shooting, it calls for letting go. I know it's easier said than done, depending on how the whole thing happened. But what have you got to gain if you have to kill somebody because of love? Have you forgotten it's the same person you used to proclaim love for? Have you forgotten it's the same person you used to say all kinds of nice things to? Have you forgotten all the promises you made to each other? If you have to force the relationship, then it's not meant to be. It simply means let it go. Please. So I want to use this opportunity to wish the family of Elianne my sincere condolences. I know it is a difficult time, but my prayers are with you, and I know the rest of the world are also with you in prayers. It is hard. It's the most painful ever death that can happen to a loved one, but you need to be strong. My condolences, and may her soul rest in perfect peace. Lay down the weapons, educate the young ones. If you have to force for any relationship to work, then it's not meant to be. Let it go. If it's your first time of watching me, the name is Susan Tilly. On my channel, I bring you information about living, working, and schooling abroad. I bring you about life abroad in general. I bring you opportunities here in the diaspora. So if you are looking for opportunity to travel abroad, or already you are in abroad but you want to stay informed about other opportunities that are here and things that are happening around, then you need to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified anytime I upload a video. And remember to like, to comment, and to subscribe for future updates. Thank you for watching.